The city. It is humanity's greatest invention, a vibrant engine of commerce, culture, and progress. But as our planet warms, our cities are becoming dangerous. The endless asphalt and concrete absorb and radiate the sun's energy, creating urban heat islands that can be up to 10 degrees Celsius hotter than the surrounding countryside. This isn't just uncomfortable, it's deadly. Extreme heat is a silent killer, and it threatens the livability of every major city on Earth. But what if a city could fight back? What if a nation, born in the sweltering heat of the tropics, decided to wage an all-out war on temperature itself? Welcome to Eco-Innovatech. Today we journey to Singapore, a city-state that is transforming itself into a living laboratory for urban cooling. This is the story of how one of the hottest and most humid cities on the planet is engineering a city-wide antidote to heat. We will explore the hidden subterranean ice-water highways that act as the city's air conditioner, the super trees that mimic the function of a real forest, and the revolutionary biophilic architecture that is draping the entire city in a living, breathing layer of green. This is the blueprint for the cool city of the future. To understand Singapore's innovations, you must first understand the enemy. An urban heat island is a simple but vicious cycle. Concrete buildings, dark asphalt roads, and rooftops absorb a huge amount of solar radiation during the day. At night, while natural landscapes cool down, these materials slowly release that stored heat back into the air, keeping the city artificially warm. On top of that, the waste heat from millions of air conditioners, cars, and industrial processes acts like a constant, low-level fever. For Singapore, located just 1 degree north of the equator, this is an existential threat. With its tropical climate and extreme density, the city is a perfect storm for urban heat. As global temperatures rise, Singapore is heating up at twice the global average rate. Their choice was simple: either surrender their city to unbearable heat and an ever-increasing reliance on power-hungry air conditioning, or innovate their way out of the crisis. They chose to innovate. Singapore's first line of defense is a masterpiece of large-scale engineering, and it's completely invisible. Hidden beneath the gleaming skyscrapers of the Marina Bay district lies one of the largest underground district cooling networks in the world. To comprehend the future of urban cooling, we must first understand the elegant solution that lies beneath our feet. The concept is brilliantly simple, yet its execution is a marvel of modern engineering. For decades, our cities have fought the heat with a brute force approach. Millions of individual air conditioning units, each an isolated island of inefficiency. Perched on rooftops and bolted to walls, they consume vast amounts of electricity, waging a constant noisy battle against the sun. Each unit works in isolation, spewing waste heat back into the very environment it's trying to cool, creating a vicious cycle known as the urban heat island effect. This decentralized chaos is not only inefficient and expensive, but it also compromises our urban aesthetics and acoustic tranquility. But what if we could consolidate this scattered effort? What if we could replace the roar of 1,000,000 compressors with the quiet hum of a single, hyper-efficient heart? This is the promise of district cooling. Instead of every single building having its own inefficient, heat-spewing air conditioning units, a centralized system does the work for an entire district, achieving an economy of scale that individual units never could. The nerve center of this operation is a massive, often subterranean plant, a hidden powerhouse of cooling technology. Here, industrial-grade centrifugal chillers, far more efficient than any residential or commercial unit, form the core of the system. Their task is to chill thousands of tons of water down to a precise 4.5 degrees Celsius. But the true genius lies not just in the water is chilled, but the majority of this energy-intensive process happens at night. By shifting this massive electrical load to off-peak hours, when demand on the grid is low and electricity is cheaper, The system dramatically reduces both cost and strain on the power infrastructure. This strategy, known as load shifting, is a cornerstone of its economic and environmental viability. This chilled water, produced so efficiently during the night, represents a massive store of thermal energy. It's held in colossal, heavily insulated thermal energy storage, or TES tanks. These tanks act as giant thermal batteries. They allow the plant to decouple the production of cooling from the demand for it. During the sweltering heat of the following day, when offices, malls, and residences cry out for relief, the system doesn't need to power up all its chillers at once. Instead, it simply draws from this vast, pre-chilled reservoir. This ability to store and dispatch cooling on demand provides immense operational flexibility, ensuring a consistent and reliable supply even during peak heat waves, all while keeping energy consumption and operational costs to a minimum. It's a proactive, intelligent approach, replacing the reactive, brute force methods of the past. Once chilled, this vast reservoir of cold is ready for its journey. The water is pumped through a dedicated network of super-insulated underground pipes, a veritable ice water highway hidden beneath the city streets. These are not ordinary pipes. They are engineered arteries, featuring multiple layers of advanced insulation to prevent thermal loss, ensuring the water arrives at its destination with its cooling potential almost entirely intact, even after traveling for kilometers. This subterranean network is meticulously planned, often featuring redundant loops and backup pathways. This built-in resilience means that even if one section requires maintenance or suffers a failure, the flow of cool water can be rerouted, guaranteeing uninterrupted service to the connected buildings. It's an invisible, yet vital, circulatory system for the city. Inside each building, the process is remarkably straightforward. The chilled water from the district network flows into the building's own internal cooling system, typically at an energy transfer station. Here, it passes through a heat exchanger, which transfers the coolness to the building's own water loop. This secondary loop then circulates to air handling units, or AHUs. As warm air from inside the building is drawn across the coils filled with this chilled water, a simple heat exchange occurs. The air is cooled and dehumidified, while the water absorbs the heat. Having fulfilled its purpose, the now warmer water, typically around 12 to 13 degrees Celsius, doesn't go to waste. It is piped back to the central plant through a parallel network of return pipes, ready to be chilled once more and sent back on its journey. It is a massive, closed-loop and hyper-efficient air conditioning system for an entire city district. Nothing is wasted. The water is continuously recycled, and the cooling energy is precisely delivered where it's needed, when it's needed. This continuous cycle, monitored and optimized by sophisticated control systems, ensures that the entire district operates as a single, cohesive, and intelligent organism. Engineers in a central command center oversee every aspect of the network, from the plant's chiller performance to the flow rate in the smallest pipe, making real-time adjustments to maximize efficiency and preemptively address potential issues. This is not just air conditioning, it is integrated urban metabolism. And when you scale this elegant solution across a dense urban core, the results are staggering. The benefits extend far beyond simple comfort. By centralizing the cooling production, this system has reduced energy consumption for cooling by over 40% compared to conventional methods. This translates into a massive reduction in carbon emissions, equivalent to taking tens of thousands of cars off the road. Furthermore, it liberates prime real estate. Rooftops once cluttered with noisy, ugly, and heavy cooling towers are now freed up for more valuable purposes. Lush green areas, community gardens, revenue-generating solar panels, or simply open space for residents to enjoy. The constant drone of machinery vanishes, replaced by urban tranquility. And the plumes of waste heat that once baked the city are consolidated and managed responsibly at the central plant, often using sea or river water for heat rejection, further mitigating the urban heat island effect. This is the invisible engine keeping the heart of the city cool. It is a testament to the power of integrated design and long-term thinking, a hidden infrastructure that enhances sustainability, resilience, and livability. It proves that the most powerful innovations are often the ones we cannot see, working silently and efficiently to create a better, more comfortable, and more sustainable urban future for us all. While technology cools the city from below, a new form of biomimicking technology is cooling it from above. The most iconic symbols of this are the super trees of gardens by the bay. These are not just sculptures. They are highly functional vertical gardens, engineered to mimic the functions of a real tree. Dominating the skyline of gardens by the bay, the super trees stand as colossal icons of a city reimagined. These are not merely sculptures. They are vertical gardens of staggering proportions, with the tallest reaching 50 meters into the sky, the height of a 16-story building. Their design, inspired by the majestic forms of mature tropical trees, is a deliberate and powerful statement. Each structure is built around a reinforced concrete core, enveloped by a complex steel frame that forms the trunk and branches. This intricate latticework provides the skeleton for a breathtaking vertical ecosystem. Adorning this steel framework is a living, breathing skin composed of over 160,000 individual plants. This is a carefully curated collection of more than 200 species, including exotic bromeliads, vibrant orchids, delicate ferns, and hardy tropical flowering climbers. These species were not chosen for their beauty alone. They were selected for their resilience, their ability to thrive in a vertical environment, and their minimal water requirements, making them perfectly suited to Singapore's equatorial climate. The plants are housed in specially designed planting panels, creating a mosaic of color and texture that changes with the seasons. This living facade is more than just decoration. It's a thriving habitat that attracts birds and insects, weaving a new layer of biodiversity into the heart of the urban landscape. Like their natural counterparts, these vertical forests perform a vital ecological function. The immense canopies provide a welcome canopy of shade, offering respite from the tropical sun and lowering the surface temperature of the ground below. But their most significant contribution to cooling the air is through a natural process called evapotranspiration. As the plants release water vapor from their leaves, the surrounding air is cooled, creating a more comfortable microclimate. In a dense city battling the urban heat island effect, this natural air conditioning is not just a pleasantry. It's a critical environmental service, demonstrating how green infrastructure can actively regulate temperature on a local scale. But their technological function is where the super trees truly reveal their genius. They are marvels of eco-engineering, where biology and technology are seamlessly intertwined. This is where the illusion of a simple tree gives way to the reality of a highly sophisticated multi-purpose utility. 11 of the 18 super trees are fitted with photovoltaic cells on their canopies, harnessing the abundant solar energy of the tropics. These solar arrays act like the leaves of a plant, capturing sunlight throughout the day and converting it into electricity. This clean energy is then used to power the garden's nightly spectacle, the Garden Rhapsody. As dusk falls, the grove comes alive in a symphony of light and sound, a dazzling display that transforms the structures into beacons of sustainable energy. It's a powerful, public demonstration of a closed-loop energy system, where the power for the show is generated on-site by the very structures it illuminates. Beyond energy generation, the super trees play a crucial role in the garden's overall sustainability strategy. They are integrated directly into the cooling system of the two massive conservatories, the Flower Dome and the Cloud Forest. These colossal glass biomes require a constant, controlled climate. The supertrees act as giant, disguised ventilation shafts, discreetly exhausting hot air from the conservatories to help maintain their cool internal temperatures. This ingenious integration reduces the energy load on conventional cooling systems, showcasing a holistic approach to resource management where every element of the design serves multiple functions. The supertrees are a perfect fusion of nature and technology, a living testament to Singapore's philosophy of working with, not against, the environment. They are a bold, imaginative solution to the challenges of urbanization, proving that a city doesn't have to be a concrete jungle. It can be a garden, a smart, sustainable and inspiring place to live. They stand as a symbol of what is possible when human ingenuity draws its inspiration from the timeless wisdom of the natural world. The lessons from the supertrees are now being applied across the entire city, giving birth to a revolutionary architectural movement: biophilic design. This is the idea that buildings should not be sealed boxes, but should be integrated with nature. In Singapore, this has become a national mandate. New developments are required to replace any greenery lost at ground level with greenery in the sky, leading to an explosion of vertical forests, rooftop gardens, and verdant sky terraces. Buildings like the Oasia Hotel downtown are draped in a living, breathing facade of green plants. This isn't just for aesthetics. This living skin acts as a biological insulator, absorbing sunlight, reducing the building's surface temperature and cooling the surrounding microclimate. It filters the air, provides a habitat for birds and insects, and has been proven to improve the mental and physical well-being of the people who live and work inside. Architects are now designing buildings from the ground up to be passive cooling machines. They are oriented to minimize solar gain and maximize natural airflow. Breezeways, ventilated facades, and strategic shading are becoming standard practice. It is a return to a form of climate-appropriate design, supercharged with modern technology and a profound respect for the power of nature. Singapore's most powerful tool for fighting heat, however, is not a building or a park, but a vast and complex digital simulation. The city has created a digital twin, a hyper-realistic, data-rich 3D model of the entire country. This model includes every building, every tree, and every road. But it goes deeper, far deeper than a mere architectural rendering or a static map. What we are looking at is not just a model of a city, it is a living, breathing digital replica, a mirror world crafted from data and light. To truly understand its power, we must move beyond the visual and into the realm of the invisible forces that shape urban life. Because this digital twin simulates the city's very metabolism. Think of a city not as a collection of concrete and steel, but as a complex organism. It consumes energy, it generates heat, it breathes air. This simulation captures that intricate metabolic process in unprecedented detail. It is powered by a constant torrent of information, a nervous system of sensors embedded throughout the urban landscape. Real-time data from weather stations, satellite thermal imagery, traffic flow monitors, and even the energy consumption of individual buildings all feed into this central intelligence. At its core are sophisticated physics engines running complex simulations. It models the flow of wind between buildings using computational fluid dynamics, revealing the invisible canyons and corridors that channel breezes or trap stagnant hot air. It precisely calculates the shadow patterns cast by skyscrapers throughout the day and across the seasons, identifying areas deprived of sunlight or those blessed with shade. And crucially, it simulates the surface temperatures of every single material, from the dark, heat-absorbing asphalt of a road to the cool, moisture-releasing canopy of a single tree. This isn't guesswork. The model is constantly calibrated against reality, cross-referencing its predictions with live satellite data to ensure its accuracy. It learns, it adapts, it becomes a more perfect reflection of the city it represents. With this calibrated dynamic model, urban planners can now use this digital twin to test the impact of a new development before a single shovel hits the ground. This is the ultimate what-if machine, a policy sandbox where ideas can be built, tested, and refined in the virtual world, saving immense time, resources, and potential regret in the real one. Planners can experiment with zoning regulations, test new building codes, or simulate the city-wide effect of mandating reflective, cool roofs on all new constructions. They can ask questions that were once impossible to answer with any certainty. For example, they can see in high-resolution detail how a new skyscraper will affect airflow in the surrounding neighborhood. Will its monolithic form create a wind shadow, leading to stagnant, polluted air for the residents behind it? Or can its design be tweaked to funnel cooling breezes down to the street level? Conversely, they can quantify the precise benefits of nature. They can simulate how a new park will reduce the ambient temperature, not just within its boundaries, but for several blocks around it, measuring the cooling plume as it spreads through the concrete jungle. They can compare the cooling effect of a dense grove of trees versus a grassy lawn, or a water feature versus a shaded plaza, all before committing to a final design. This capability transforms urban planning from an art based on experience and intuition into a science grounded in empirical evidence. It allows them to make data-driven decisions, optimizing the city's design for coolness and livability on a block-by-block and even building-by-building basis. Every decision, from the placement of a bus stop to the material of a pavement, can be evaluated through the lens of thermal comfort and energy efficiency. The goal is no longer just to build, but to build intelligently, to fine-tune the urban fabric for the well-being of its inhabitants. This is more than just a tool for mitigating heat. It is a visionary instrument for proactive design, a way to script a better urban future. By simulating the consequences of our choices before we make them, we gain the power to choose more wisely. It is a powerful tool for planning the cool city of the future today. The battle against urban heat is a challenge that every city will face in the coming decades. Singapore's story is a powerful beacon of hope. It demonstrates that with long-term vision, bold investment, and a holistic approach that blends massive engineering with the wisdom of nature, it is possible to build a cool, livable, and beautiful city, even in the face of a warming world. The city-state of Singapore is proving that our concrete jungles do not have to be heat traps. They can become oases. They can be living, breathing ecosystems that are not just sustainable, but are truly desirable places to live. The lessons being learned here, in the subterranean cooling tunnels, on the plant-covered skyscrapers, and within the complex simulations of the digital twin, are not just for Singapore. They are a blueprint for the future of urban life on a hot planet. What is the most inspiring urban cooling innovation you've seen? Let us know in the comments. For more on the innovations that are building our sustainable future, subscribe to Eco Innovatech. Thanks for watching.